There is only the present moment. And the central activity of any consciousness work or practice is to be present to the now, to be paying attention to this present moment. And today I'm going to add some flavor, some color to this, because not only is there the present moment, this is true, but life and consciousness is a process. Being present now is really to be part of, to be aware of, to be present to the whole process of life, which includes arriving and becoming. So this is what we're going to focus on today, arriving and becoming. So in this moment, it's true, we just take a moment to describe the present moment. You are thinking, you are feeling, you have emotions and sensations, you see things all around you, you hear things all around you. There's this rich experience, and all of this is happening now in awareness, in the awake, unchanging space of your awareness. And no matter how many things change, you are always here, in the same presence, in the same moment. Life is moving through your awareness, and you will always be here. You will always be in the same place. You will always be in the same perpetual moment. That is the space of awareness that is hosting everything that you are aware of. This, everything that you are aware of, this is where the process of life is happening. This is the experience of time. This is the experience of growing and changing, of becoming a person, becoming the more mature, highest potential expression of yourself that you can be. And what it means to be here now is not just to be here with this moment, with this particular movement of energy. It's not even to be just with awareness, it's to be with all movements of energy, all of life, present to the whole span of time. And again, we're going to break this down into two processes. One is the process of arriving, and one is the process of becoming. So we can just start by inquiring directly, how did your life begin? How did it come to be that you are here as you? So just notice for a moment that we can access the past. So when we talk about your birth, your life, you arriving in this world, just notice how you feel. There was a beginning to your life. And although it's the past, you can learn to actually feel this past. It is happening now. The process of becoming is not gone. It's still happening. So if we take a moment, again, I just recorded a meditation about this where you can practice, but we just take a moment to welcome yourself to arrive here more. Yes, you can be here now, but you can actually arrive more here. So again, I just say these words. I welcome myself to arrive here more. There was a time before I was born, and whatever existed before, I'm inviting that to arrive into my body now. I invite you to just visualize or feel a stream of light landing in your body. That I arrive here more. Yes, there is only the present moment, but I can be here more because I am a process. I am a process of arriving. Now, the conditions that support the arrival of consciousness here in this world are subtle and refined, and this is a big part of what I teach in practice. First is that we can welcome the subtle qualities of you. Yes, you are a physical body. Yes, you were once tiny and now you are bigger, but there is a subtle process occurring, the formation of your life and consciousness. And in the work that I teach, we study this process, not in a book, not through concepts, but through direct experience. That process is the foundation of your consciousness and the foundation of your nervous system. So by learning to feel the beginning of your life, by learning to recognize the conditions that were present when you arrived, what is arriving through you, the light that is arriving through you, and the way that is received, the environment that it is landing in, we can support you to arrive more. And the more that you arrive, the easier it is to be present. Being present, being in the present, being conscious, being awake is not work. Being present is not something you need to keep reminding yourself of. It is a natural product of arriving. The more you are here, the less work it takes to be present. Now, there are many interruptions to the arrival process. There are many reasons why part of your potential doesn't actually ever arrive or land in your body. And most often it has to do with, or universally I would say, it has to do with suboptimal conditions in the lives of the family, of the parents, the people that you're arriving in, which means the trauma, the life conditions that make them unavailable, that make this place not safe, that make this place incompatible with light. The process of arriving is when we arrive, what really allows us to arrive here is love. Love, safety, and well-being. And so when this is present in our environment, when there are parents who are consciously excited for our arrival and welcoming us into this world, it forms a field that allows us really to come here. Now, if that is not present for you, then some of the incarnation process is incomplete, which means that there are ways in which you are not here yet. And so to try to live your life and be present without being here will be challenging. So the good news is that this process is only delayed. You can't actually be limited permanently by the early life conditions. It's only a delay. So a big part of my work is creating relational environments that can support deeper arrival, that we really welcome the light that is you and all of the information that you bring with you as you arrive in this world, all of the consciousness that you bring into this life. We see it and we love it. We welcome it into this world and we create a completion. We help support to complete this process of landing here. And the second part of this process that is life is becoming. Not only do I arrive here, but like a flower, I become. And in being present to the now, the other part is that my becoming process, my growth and maturity is complete. And this is also very dependent upon environment. Becoming means, like I have young children, that we find our voice, that we feel safe and are able to explore our world, that we begin the process of having a bigger and bigger emotional life and mental life, and psychic or mental life. So not only do bodies grow physically, not only do we get taller, but our nervous system grows. And what that feels like, or what that means for consciousness, is that we are constantly exploring and expressing more and more qualities of self. And this is often referred to as the chakra system. There are all these qualities of being and feeling and caring that grow in us, that accumulate. Energy accumulates in our felt sense, in our nervous system, and as it is expressed, we have this base, this growing base of intelligence that is us. We become because we are constantly feeling and caring and exploring and working through the mastery of all the things that make us human. One maybe name a couple of them would be aggression, personal power and will, love, the ability to love and care and be moved by life. All of these things are developmental. They are a process of becoming. Babies are not as mature as 12-year-olds or 20-year-olds. And that process of becoming mature doesn't just happen because time goes by. It happens because there is a supportive environment, which is relational by nature, which allows us to express and work through all the things that make us ourselves. So when we arrive in this world as this consciousness, this potential, and in becoming, we express this potential. Becoming is all about expression. And when we are not able to express, again, we contract around or we fragment parts of our nervous system. We store that potential energy for later. We freeze around this constant expressive process. And in this freezing and fragmentation, it makes it very hard to be present. So instead of just being present as an activity in a flat sense, I learn that integrating my process of becoming, all of my emotions, all of the qualities of consciousness and humanity that I live, the more that I'm able to integrate, the more natural, the more effortless it is to be here, both in the world, with other people, and in my own body. So becoming is a practice of relating to the body and welcoming these parts to express themselves. So even though I am an adult, I may be 40 years old, and as I'm fast approaching, I'm learning to recognize and welcome the younger part of my nervous system. That even though I'm 40, sometimes I feel and act like a child. And this is good. This is good that these parts of my development are coming forward to be integrated, to be welcomed, to be completed. So just like arriving, becoming is delayed. It's never interrupted forever. It's never stopped. This process, which we could call trauma, of freezing around ourselves means I have delayed my process of becoming. It can never be stopped. I go back and I just complete the parts of life that are incomplete. Again, this is a big part of the work that I do, teaching the very refined skill set, learning how to navigate the nervous system, move actively towards these parts, feel them deeply, express them to others, have them be welcomed in relationship. This process of feeling, of integrating emotion, of integrating younger parts of the nervous system makes being present effortless. And instead of there just being one present moment, or the present moment being flat, the present moment, the now, contains all moments. I feel myself as my entire life history. My whole process of arriving and becoming is online, is integrated, is felt by me. This is how I arrive with you. And when we relate, I'm bringing all parts of myself in development into relationship. This is the joy, part of the beauty of being human. And if we wanted to, we could go beyond this and say, not only does your own personal process become integrated, eventually this spreads to the process of your ancestors and the history of the earth. All of this experience can be integrated into the nervous system. This is how I feel non-separate, and this is how being present becomes effortless. I teach these skills. This is the work of my life, to teach these skills that allow us to arrive more and to complete our process of becoming, to be the fullest expression of ourselves, and to make being present and seeing the truth of life, seeing consciousness, seeing the nature of reality effortless. And in the description below, I have a link to the free events that I teach. I would love to have you come and I could show you how to do this, show you how I do this, show you how we do this, me and the people that I work with. So again, I created a guided meditation today, which should be out for at least about the same time as this video, where you can practice the experience of welcoming yourself into this world. And in the links, I invite you to attend the free events where I can show you more about arriving and becoming essential qualities of the present moment.